Welcome to realleather.com. In this video, I'm going to talk all about stitching. So let's get started. So there's different ways that you can stitch two pieces of flat leather together to create dimensional items or flat items. And knowing the different stitches are just another tool in your toolbox as you start creating leather pieces. So we're going to start with the easiest one. This is the Tom Thumb wallet from realleather.com. The kit is available over on the website. And this little wallet is done with a whip stitch along the edge. So we're going to go over how to do the whip stitch. And then I've taken the whip stitch and we've done a crisscross stitch that kind of gives you just a very different look to it. So this is another way you can stitch two pieces of leather together, and I'm going to show you that stitch. And then finally we're going to show you the saddle stitch here on this business card holder. These are all kits from realleather.com. And this is a saddle stitch. This is the most traditional way to sew two pieces of leather together. And so we'll do that one as well. We're also going to talk a little bit about materials that you can stitch these together with. This is done with waxed thread. This one here, the sample, I stitched up with size 5 pearl cotton. And then this one here is done with leather lacing. So there's all kinds of different materials you could use to also stitch your leather together. First, let's move all this out of the way and start with our first one, which is a whip stitch. So for today's demo, we're just going to use two pieces of leather that I've popped out of a kit. And we're going to whip stitch this edge, and I'm going to show you how I would start and stop a whip stitch. So if you were to whip stitch all the way around the piece, you could stop and start at the same point and tie a knot. But in this case, we're just going to run from one side to the other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the piece through the first hole, just the top piece. Okay? And we're going to leave a 2-inch tail, 2 to 3 inch tail of waxed thread. And then what I want to do is I'm going to push the waxed thread between the two layers, and I'm going to go around the top into the bottom. We're going to go right through that first hole again just to anchor the two pieces together and pull this nice and snug. And then as we stitch the whip stitch, this little tail, we want it above the holes but beneath the edge of the piece, and that'll just bury that tail right inside there and keep it nice and snug and secure without having to do a knot. We're through the top holes and anchored the piece. We have our tail tucked in between the two layers above the holes but below the edge, and I'm just going to go from the back into the next hole and come up on the front, and that makes our first whip stitch. And then we're just going to do that all the way down, and that will stitch these two edges together. Now, this is not the most secure way to put the leather together, but it is the easiest way, which is great for beginners who are just learning how to sew two pieces of leather together. It's also great for kids. You'll see this a lot in kids' kits because it is nice and easy. It's just basic sewing. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch down to the bottom, and then I'll show you how to end it. So a few tips on a whip stitch. A whip stitch looks better at an angle. It just gives it a nice finish. And so when you pull your thread snug, you want to make sure you are at an angle to the piece and that it is even all the way down. And then as we come to the bottom hole, we're going to go all the way through the bottom. We're going to go around the piece and go back through that last hole, but only the back piece, not the front. We're just bringing the tail inside the piece you're stitching. And you're going to pull that nice and snug. And then to bury your tail, you can open the piece and just wiggle the needle through some of the stitches on the inside here. You can see that right there. And then you're going to pull this through and you can snip off, and it will bury your tail. Now, if you happen to be struggling to grab that the way I am, just grab yourself a pair of pliers, hold the needle, and it will slide it right through for you. And that buries the tail on the inside. So you've got the tail from the beginning buried and the end. And then you can just snip this guy right off. And there you go. That is your basic whip stitch for leather. So for this one, we're going to do a variation on a whip stitch, And for this sample, I'm going to use size 5 pearl cotton. You can find this at most craft stores. It does not have any wax on it. It is still a very strong thread, but it's going to handle a little bit different than the waxed thread. But it does come in tons and tons of colors, so you can really add some different pizzazz and effects to your leather if you're looking for something a little more contemporary and a less traditional. Now to do this, we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to lift up that first piece, and we're going to come through the first hole and leave a nice tail. We're going to come through the back, around the edge of the piece, and through that first hole again, making sure that the tail is going to be tucked in between your piece like this. So we're going to roll this in here like that. And now I'm going to stitch and catch that tail again between the two pieces of leather, above the holes, but under this edge of the leather. And this time we're going to go down and do the whip stitch. And then we're going to come back up and crisscross over that whip stitch to give you a totally different look on your edge. So let me go ahead and stitch this down. Again, you want to kind of keep everything, your tension even. You want to keep the diagonal line even. And it's just going to give you a much prettier finish at the end. Now that we're down at the bottom, we're going to go through the bottom hole. Make sure all of this is nice and snug and at the angle that I want it to be at. And now I'm going to literally create an X on the edge by going up to the next hole and passing through. And then my diagonals, I got all of the first ones going in one direction, and then working my way up, the diagonal will be in the next direction. And it will create this lovely little braided look on the edge. It's very easy to do, as you can see, but at the same time it adds some interest to the edge with something a little bit different than just a straight whip stitch, which is really a fun way to put your leather together. And then when I get up to the top, we'll do the same thing we did on the first whip stitch. I'm going to go up through the one hole and then bury the tail on the inside, and we will have, I'm going to call this a crisscross stitch. You can leave me a comment below and tell me what the actual name is to this stitch, because I am sure I am not the first person to finish my leather with this stitch. So there we go. So we're back up at the top, and I'm just gonna go in between the layers and finish. And there we go. We have our little crisscross edge. It gives you a nice decorative look compared to a whip stitch. So there's the two compared. And you can go through here and fix, like this one here, it doesn't look like an X, so I'm gonna just, with my fingernails or with an awl or the needle, I'll just separate that out so it looks more like the X. And then once we have this, we can just, on the inside, bury our tail, just like we did on the other one. Pull it through. And if you happen to have fingernails, pliers are your friend. Just grab them and slide it through. And then we're just gonna cut that out of the center. And that is our second stitch, this lovely crisscross stitch. Next up is our saddle stitch. We're going to go ahead and use a waxed thread for this. And you want to go in through the top layer of your piece, again leaving a 2 to 3 inch tail of thread like that. Now instead of going around our piece, what we're going to do is we're going to go down through the second hole and create a stitch on the front of our piece. And then I'm going to come back up and create a second stitch. And there is a gap between these two stitches on this first pass. So you will see here as I pull this tight, there's this little gap right here. And we're going to want those all the way down, and then when we come back we'll fill in those gaps. And you can do a saddle stitch. We're doing it with one needle and the thread at the end. You could have the thread folded in half and have 2 needles on it and work back and forth through the piece at the same time and create the saddle stitch in one pass versus us doing 2 passes. That video should be coming soon. But for a basic saddle stitch, which is what you're going to need for most of the kits on realleather.com, you will go down, work all the way down to where you need to end. And now that I'm down here at the end, you can see on one side we have a gap in between each stitch. We have the same thing on the other side, but they're offset. Where there's a gap here, there's a stitch here. So then what we're going to do is we're at the end, we're going to work back. So on this side, we're going to go through the hole to fill this gap, which puts me on this side at the right side to do the gap on this side. And so what you do is you end up going back over your stitching, and there you go. You want to fill that gap, we want to fill that gap. So we're just going to do that all the way up, and then we'll be able to end our saddle stitch. A saddle stitch, like I said, is very common. It's very easy to do once you've done it once or twice. Important things to remember on a saddle stitch is you want to make sure your tension is even. You want to make sure when you come up between the holes where there's already a thread that you don't split the thread with your needle. That will give you a much neater saddle stitch. And it helps if you keep the stitches kind of aligned next to each other, so they're not, you can see mine, this one lays next to this, versus if I were to kind of pull one higher, one lower. See if I can do one here for you to show you what it looks like. So if I were to do it like this, so it wasn't in alignment, then it's not going to look as neat. So you want to make sure you're keeping your tension neat, you don't split your threads, and that when you lay down your stitch, it's lining up beautifully on the one side. This, just like anything else, just takes a little bit of practice, and most of the kits do come with instructions on how to do the saddle stitch, unless the kit is a whip stitch, in which case you'll get whip stitch instructions. Now that we're down here at the end, we're going to finish this off. So I have now on this side I have filled in all of the gaps, and then on this side all the gaps are filled except for the last one. And to fill the last one, we're going to go through just the back piece because the front is all done. I'm going to move my tail out of the way, just come up through the hole into just the middle in between the pieces. And there you go, you have all of your gaps done. And then you're ready to end this, and we're just going to end it with a square knot. And a square knot is done by taking the right piece over the left piece and tucking the tail through. That's the first half. And then the second half is you put the left piece over the right piece and tuck it through. And you've now made a square knot. So we're going to pull that nice and snug. We're going to snip off our ends. And that is how you do a saddle stitch. It's a very beautiful finish when you do it that way. These other finishes are also really nice. It just depends on how much of the thread you want to play a part in your aesthetics of your piece. Here we're using contrasting thread against the lighter leather because that's easier for you guys to see in the video, but it's also very pretty to look at. But if I wanted the threads to go away, I could use a very light colored thread on light leather, and I could use the darker thread on this dark leather. As you can see, this one here, we've actually did the contrast as well. And on here, same thing. So we've got our whip stitch that we started with, we've got our cross stitch, and then we've got our saddle stitch. And these are those samples. And then here's another thing you can do. Here is the saddle stitch, but done in a pearl cotton, again, it's in a contrasting color, just to add some pizzazz and some snap to the piece. That's always another option. So we have that as well. And those are the 3 stitches to start with when you're doing your leather. I hope this video has shown you how easy it is to stitch 2 pieces of leather together, whether you use a waxed cord, a pearl cotton, lacing, which you could do on bigger holes. You can dress it up by adding some color to a piece of leather. You can use either waxed thread or regular thread. You could also take regular thread and wax it yourself with some beeswax. The options are endless on this, and there are lots of other ways to stitch two pieces of leather together using decorative stitches, so I would make sure you go out and see what other options you have as well. As always, all of this stuff is available at realleather.com. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave us a comment below and let us know if there's anything else you would like to see a video on, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.